Highest paying careers, the price you will have to pay. As a child, everybody is at the peril of their parents, family, relatives, friends and the perceptions of the day. Get a good education they say, but is it only half the story? You can be anything you want, but again, how do you really know what you want when you are just 3? A lot of kids just follow their parents into what they did, meaning they start off doing what their parents did. In the modern world, people may end up having several career changes over their working life. There are new careers evolving all the time, which means you may end up doing something down the track that is not even invented today. Whilst a high-paying career may provide some perceived success, there is also the untold price, being diminished health problems, fractured relationships, divorce, depression and financial stress. Here is a list of some of the highest-paying careers based in the USA, based on the website www.askman.com. Orthopedic surgeons take home a median $410,000. Doctors and surgeons annual wage $234,950 with training time of 11 years. Dentists and orthodontists annual mean wage $196,270 with training time of 8 years. CEOs, chief executive officers annual mean wage $178,400 with training time of 6+ years. Petroleum engineers annual mean wage $149,180 with training time of 4+ years. Architectural and engineering managers annual mean wage of $136,540 with training time, 4+ years. Marketing managers annual mean wage $133,700 with training time of 4+ years. Computer and information system managers annual mean wage of $132,570 with training time of 4+ years. Lawyers annual mean wage of $131,990 and training time of 7 years. Airline pilots, co-pilots and flight engineers annual mean wage paying $129,600 with training time of 6+ years. But whilst this is the case, it still does not get rid of these sorts of problems, and all in the name of getting ahead. Working long, stressful hours to establish yourself. You don't own anything. Long hours and working overtime and you still don't own anything. Having accumulated debt from student loans and paying off loans for initial schooling and training, so you enter the field with significant debt and overwork themselves in attempt to pay it off. Have to get up at 5 o'clock to do any exercise. So you do not get to wake up naturally. Which also means inadequate sleep where you routinely get under 6 hours. Rife with stress from working long hours and complaints from patients. Demanding customers, demanding patients, demanding bosses. Malpractice lawsuits. Working in environments at the expense of their personal health. The stressful nature of their job means that they're more likely to become depressed. Keeping up with the latest best practices. The person you married, your wife, works somewhere else, meaning quite often you don't get to kiss her goodbye. You're so busy you don't have time to shop and buy good foods. You're so busy you don't have time to put time into your mind because you're always just busy. Usually rushing and battling the traffic, not having to rush with time to just read the paper and chill out. Having to be at the office at a certain time. Having to leave the office at a certain time. Have to work with people who you don't like as people. Have to work with people who don't have your values. Workplace bullying. Sexual harassment in the workplace. Working in potentially hazardous environments. Stress from working to overzealous deadlines. Having to wear the appropriate clothing which can be expensive. Not being able to have your holidays when you want because it does not suit because you have to fit in with others. The opportunity to triple and quadruple your income is virtually zero. Have to suffer with the illusionary ego entitlements like allowances versus having any ownership and tax break entitlements. Your job is at the peril of the economy and can be affected by things outside your control, like changing government legislation, economic changes, recessions, consumer confidence, job figures and the unemployed, inflation and interest rates. So the moral to the story is to choose, to think long-term and consider all the facts and perils and make a wise decision. The world will always need people to work in jobs, but you don't have to be one of them. You can transition from an employee or a small business owner to an independent entrepreneur online. That is my observations this week, Phil. P.S. If you have question for Phil and Tom, you can leave it beneath this video. They will get back to you within 24 hours. P.S. Let me tell you about today's free bonus. To access our free training videos on how to use videos to attract leads while you sleep, then subscribe to Phil and Tom today. philandtomplus.com/subscribe. PSSS new email newsletter. Phil's Word gives you access to the inner sanctum where you will discover what it is really like to create a long-term sustainable business that attracts leads and makes money while you sleep. To subscribe to Phil's Word, follow the link below and fill in your details. philandtomplus.com/Phil's Word. Phil and Tom help visionary families and a few emerging entrepreneurs to use video to grow an online brand and build a 6- to 7-figure business, become financially free and have fun while they're doing it. Phil and Tom would like to wish you well in your business endeavors. They look forward to working with you in the near future. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.